Glover Teixeira versus Jamahal Hill. So going into this fight during the fight companion, you had Glover Teixeira.
I did. Yeah, I picked
I
Glover.
had Jamahal Hill. I had the younger man in this battle, the rangy man.
The range, man.
Yes, dude, he is. He has
Yeah, he's
such a
long.
long range where he can still cover glow. Oh, George here
Shout
joining
out
us.
George.
Just as I mentioned his name, so a couple years ago,
He
George
last
did
night
call
crushed
that
my mini
Glover.
belt.
Yes. But hey, so what'd you think of the fight overall, Will?
The first half of it was a great fight. I picked Glover because I thought he was going to be able to close the distance and really outwork Jamahal in the clinch and eventually grind him out. But man, Jamahal surprised me with his clinch work. Every time Glover would get him up against the cage, I mean, he defended the takedowns really well, and he was able to pummel really well for like underhooks and all that, and turn Glover around, disengage, start landing his long shots again. And that was like the biggest question I had. I was like, we never really seen him have to do that against someone at the caliber of Glover in that part of the game. So I was like, I'll go Glover because he's such a specialist at that. But man, did Jamahal Hill come out. He just completely neutralized that part of Glover's game
He did
for the most
such a
part.
good job, right? Because he didn't have any huge sprawls, but he did such a
No.
good job leaning forward, fighting for the underhooks, and then disengaging right away, right?
Yeah.
Instead of going for the underhooks and then trying to churn position and trying to get Glover up against the fence, he would just disengage, get going with a front kick again. Maybe a little leg kick just to be able to tell Glover, like, hey, I respect you, but I respect your distance. And away a little bit. But then after that, man, you really started seeing Jamahal come alive in the third round. Glover
He
started to
started to
seem to get a
separate.
little more gassed.
I don't know if it was gas or if it was just the volume that Jamahal was landing. Because we talked about how he wasn't getting in like super long, crazy exchanges. He was really sharp with all his shots, and he'd throw like good combos, like 3 or 4 punches, but he wouldn't stay in the pocket too long. There was
so
a
maybe
couple
just
times,
frustrating Glover.
yeah, frustrating, but eventually those add up. Glover's probably concussed by the third round. And there was a few times early in the fight where Jamahal was cracking him, and it's like, oh no, but then Glover would return. But eventually those exchanges started happening less and less. It started becoming more of just Jamahal rocking Glover not able to get his one back. The beginning of the fight, he was able to get it back and kind of keep that respect from Jamahal. But then Jamahal, I mean, he couldn't keep doing that. He couldn't keep standing and banging with him,
No, for sure. And the one thing that I really picked up on again was whenever Jamahal Hill was throwing that small left jab, right, almost like a rangefinder, but you
Yeah.
notice Teixeira moving to the right every single time, and so that opened up the left head kick for Jamahal, and he landed it solid, wobbled Teixeira. But dude, the recovery on this 43-year-old man, because after he was wobbled, like it was super visible. He was on skates a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Jamal's like, oh, here, I'm going for the kill. Quack, quack, quack. And then Teixeira's like, oh, I'm a savage. And just starts throwing bombs himself and lands a couple solid shots on Hill.
Yeah.
It was just a really impressive performance by Jamahal Hill. He showed what a lot of people were wondering, like you had said, whether he would be able to handle a strong grappler. Like, yep, he passed the test with flying colors, and now he is the champ.
Yeah, Keith says, I thought Glover would be able to take him down and put some heavy ground and pound, but Hill didn't really allow Glover too much with that game plan. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it.
Nate joining us as well.
Nate was with us last night. I think originally, or eventually, I should say, he just couldn't keep going into that fire, Glover. Jamahal Hill just eventually separated himself and put it on him. And that fourth round, I thought, do we really need to send him back out there for the fifth? And then,
and what'd your boy say? Get him out there.
Yeah,
get him back into the fifth.
And right before the fifth starts, he's with his coaches and he's like, "Fucking hey, let's go!" And it's like, oh my god, Glover's a savage, dude.
He's such a savage.
And then he went out there and he took it to Jamahal. He got the body lock. He got the takedown right away, mounted him, all that stuff. But it was just too little, too late. Jamahal did a fantastic job off of his back, also. Ended up sweeping him.
The raw emotion afterwards. It was awesome to see, man. The coaches,
it really was.
Jamahal, and you can see when it hits him.
Yeah,
that he had just won the
when he
title.
Realizes. Yeah,
you could see.
It reminded me of a different reaction, but it reminded me of when Stipe got the belt and he's running around streaming. He's like, "I'm the champ! I'm the champ!" Like he just couldn't believe it, you know. And this was he couldn't even articulate that. I mean, just broke down completely. And then then we get Glover retiring, saying he's going to focus all his energy on training Alex Bejeda to an empty arena.
That was rough.
Retired to an empty. Everybody just left. It was crazy. Yeah. Just immediately, all of a sudden, gone. Nothing.
Yeah, man.
Kind of sad.
You would think that with Glover being such a legend, everything that he's done with the sport, somebody that has represented Brazil very well, that they would have stuck around to pay some respects. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Glover's still a legend.
Yeah.
And while that arena may have been empty, our hearts were full with this post fight. Oh, you like that one, huh?
That was I knew exactly where you were going, and I loved it. It was perfect.
Oh, good, dude. Good. All right. I'm glad you approve. All right.
Yeah. So I remember I was telling you about how what Jamahal Hill was saying before the fight, about what the opportunity meant to him, and I forgot. I told you I'll send you the video. I forgot to, but I did send it to Rich, so we can play that real quick.
Oh, okay. Please, let's see. Do we have the rights for this?
It's on YouTube. We're reacting to it. We have the rights.
Oh, okay.
My biggest fear.
The reaction.
My biggest fear. For a while was dying without knowing how good I truly was, without knowing my true potential. And now I get to answer that question.
Wow.
It's fun. You get to answer the question.
And by the way, just to be
all I ever wanted was to answer that question. And January 21st it'll be answered.
Wow. And when you say dying, do you mean like from something happening to you or health related?
Period. Just life, going through life. What kind of life you want to live? What do you want to be said whenever your last day does come? You know what I mean? What did you do with your time here? You know, I had, like I said, I could have done this. I could have done that. You know, I had time where I stepped away from MMA and I was just working a factory job. Not sure if I would ever make it back to this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was a question. That was really a hard, like, bro, I don't know. Maybe it was you with what you built for your things and stuff like that. You know, you had your dreams. You had your ambition. You know what I'm saying? You had that, man, I really want this. I really want this. I don't know if I could live not knowing and not, you know what I mean? Not at least trying, not at least knowing. I get to know. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Regardless, like I'm gonna be honest, I'm more dangerous in this fight than I've ever been.
You can stop it there, Rich.
That is deep.
Damn.
That is
deep. Dude, when I saw that, I was like, fuck every promo for this fight. That's all they need. Just play that. Yeah. He's not even trying to hype up the fight.
Not knowing if he'd be able to reach his full potential.
Yeah. And he was like, he goes on to say, like, I'm more dangerous here because no matter what, I win because I get to find out. You're like, damn.
Wow, man. Nate saying winning the belt and retiring Glover, legend. Man,
yeah, he cemented himself there.
And I look at Jamahal Hill. We've seen what he's been able to do leading up to the championship fight, right? And how he's been able to run through most of his opponents, with the exception of the Bear Jew, Paul Craig,
who also lost last night.
Yeah, but you continue seeing what he's capable of, and this is somebody that can make a run. A title defense run. He can.
But
now,
it's next.
What makes very intriguing is Jiří Procházka.
Rich, pull up the other clip.
Oh my God. You were ready for... Oh, my goodness. The man.
Make sure we got volume on this.
Oh, goodness.
Congratulations.
Oh, so scary.
Just wait.
I'm coming.
I'm
coming!
Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Dude, this
pull up God of War. You know what I mean?
Just think about Jiří.
Yeah.
His striking. He's a master at striking, right? He's unorthodox. He shoots from all these weird angles. Oh my God.
Freeze frame.
Look at this. This is such a scary man.
Yeah.
I love it.
How great is that?
Nathan's That's sick. Fantastic.
That's so cool.
In case anybody wants to ever email Rich, by the way, his emails are right there in the top right corner. So you can give him a quick shout out. Oh, the screen goes away really fast. But so again, I am super excited of the thought now of Jamal Hill versus Yuji Prohaska and seeing who comes out on top. That's such a good fight.
Light
That's
heavyweight
such
is
a
back.
good fight.
Light heavyweight is
And
back.
look, the thought of this fight honestly gets me more excited than if it would have been a rematch of Glover versus Yuji. Personally.
Maybe.
Dude, look at Jamal Hill's performance.
No, I know. But Glover showed that if that Glover showed up and fought Yuji, it would have been another great fight. It would have been another amazing fight.
Maybe. Hey everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.